Scalar variables store one value of a particular type. Structured variables, or also called data structures, store more than one value. They may or may not be the same type, but they need to be logically related so that it makes sense to store all of the values together. There are different types of data structures. Arrays are used when the values are the same type and they represent in some sense the same thing. For example, ages of people, they're all numbers and they represent in some sense the same thing in that each number is an age of a person. A string is a sequence of characters. For example, a person's name would be a string, so a string would include a word or a name or a phrase or something like that. Structures are a type of data structure that store values that are related, but they're not the same type. For example, if you wanted to store information about a person, you might have the person's name, the person's address, and the person's age. So those are all logically related in that they're all pieces of information about a person, but they're not the same thing, and they're not the same type either. And then once we have data structures like arrays and strings and structures, we can combine these things in various ways. So you can create a database of information. So for example, if you had a company and you wanted to store information on your employees, then you might have an array of structures. So you're storing all of the values together in an array. So each element in the array is going to be a structure that stores information about a particular employee, and that might include things like the person's name, their address, and so forth.